All right, let's try to quickly. I have about 20 minutes until I have to go back to work. Let's see if we can chaperine whether it's one amud or the whole daf. It seems to be a little bit long, but we can maybe do it. The end of yesterday's daf, we're on Chav Ches in Avodah Zarah, 28. And we had the Rabbi Brochana said the name of Rabbi Yochanan that any hurt or disease or anything, any makkah, that we would break Shabbos to save anything's life-threatening. You don't bring on a weekday to get treated by a pagan because they might use the opportunity to kill a Jew. And some say that's how things were in the old days. We're not talking about today. We're talking in ancient times. Some say Rabbi Yochanan say the name of Rabbi Yochanan call Makkah shel Cholol and Misrapin Mehen. Anything that's an internal affliction, that would not be treated by a pagan, because the other external treatments we could get, but not internal treatments. My Benaya, what's the difference as to whether it's something that's life or death or something that's internal? Ikad Amar Gav Yad v'Gav Regel. The Ada Bar Masna Rav Gav Hayad v'Gav Regel Hari Hein Kamaka Shel Cholol Mechal Lein as a Shabbos. So what about the top of the hand and the top of the foot? With Ada Bar Masna, in the name of Rav, that if it's on top of the hand and top of the foot, it's life-threatening. It's like an internal injury, and therefore one breaks Shabbos for it. So even that cannot, even though those are outside the body, they cannot be treated by a pagan doctor. Amar Rav Zutra Bar Tovia Amar Rav Kol Makash Tzricha Oimed Chalmal as a Shabbos. Rav Zutra Bar Tovia is the name of Rav. Any affliction that you need to assess whether the patient will survive or not, then we break Shabbos just to be on the safe side, to save the person's life. Amar Rav Shemin Bar Abba Amar Rabbi Yochanan Vayishtra Tzmirsa Kamaka Shel Cholol Dameh Chalmal as a Shabbos. Rav Shemin Bar Abba and Rabbi Yochanan, the very high fever is an internal affliction that we break Shabbos for. Meichin Maka Shel Cholol. Where do we get the idea? Where does it go inside? What's considered inside the body? Anything past the lips is internal. Boy Rabbi Elazar, Kachi v'shine mai, kim nekushe ninhu, kamaka devroi damu, oidoma kim negavoi kaima, kamaka shel cholol damu. What about tooth and gum treatments, dental treatments, and periodontal treatments? Since they're pretty hard, are they considered to be external, or since they're past the lips, are they internal? Amar Baya Tashma Cheshushin of Leigma Behenes Achaimitz Cheshush Hudalei Hakoyev Leituva Shaper Dami. Baya says, for example, on Shabbos, if someone has sore teeth, he can't sip vinegar through them on Shabbos to cure it, because you're not allowed to heal on Shabbos if it's not a life-threatening issue, because you might come to grind medication or something. And so because of that, unless it's a serious illness, we don't heal on Shabbos. A lot of poskim say that doesn't apply today because we're so removed from the process of a medication. I know Rav Avodah Yosef, for example, held that you take any medication on Shabbos. It's not like it used to be. However, we see that Hakiv leituva shaper dami, since it says hachoishish b'shinav, if someone is worried, he's a little sore, that he can't do. But if it's really hurting, then he can sip vinegar and fix his teeth. So that shows that teeth are internal, because they're allowed to treat teeth on Shabbos if it's very serious. Dil matana heicha dechoyev leituva choishes nami korele. However, that's not necessarily so. Perhaps this term choshesh, a soreness, could be even really horrible pain. Teshma. So let's try to figure this out. Listen to this. Rabbi Yochanan chosh b'tzafdina zolagaba hahi matranisa avda chamsha mali shabsa amalamacher hai mai. So Rabbi Yochanan had a tooth ailment. Even though the word usually is thrush, but it seems like it's something for teeth. So Tzafdina is the name of this illness. He was suffering from this. He went to a noble woman to be treated. It seemed that she was a pagan. She gave him a remedy for Thursday and Friday. He asked, what about tomorrow's Shabbos? I'm going to lay light strichot. She said, you won't need on Shabbos. It's strich namai. But he says, what if I do? If I need to treat it. Meaning, because she just gave it to him, she didn't tell him what it is. She said, what if it's Shabbos and I don't know how to fix it? So what should he do? How do you make it? So Amr Shtabali de la Magalis. She said, "This is my secret. I don't want everybody to. This is my copyright. This treatment. If I tell you what to do, don't tell anybody else." Shtabal l'lakal Yisrael Magalena. He swore to her. He said, "To the God of Israel, I will not reveal it." Galia leila mocher nafak darsha befirka. So she told him what the remedy is, and then he went out and taught it in public. So the Yushalmi says there's two different versions of the story. One is that she committed suicide because she lost her business, and the other is that she converted to Judaism because she was so impressed that here he could have made a lot of money. Instead, he gave it away for free out of care for other people. And in a certain way, it could be both true, meaning that her whole life came to an end, and she was born again as a Jew when she converted. So the Gemara asks, how could he break his oath? He swore that he wouldn't do it. So the answer is, the answer is, wait a second. He said, I'm not going to reveal it to the God of Israel. The God of Israel knows it already. I never said I won't reveal it to the people of Israel. But how can you do that? It's a chil Hashem. It's an insult. It makes Jews look bad, like we're dishonest, even though it's technically true. Gal mikara. So the answer is that he told her right away. Once he said, "I can't keep this secret. I'm gonna have to." I'm gonna have to, reveal it to help other people. So that shows, since he was ready to do on Shabbos, that even though it seems it's a tooth or a mouth ailment, it's an internal affliction. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Shaini Tzafdina Hil Maschil Bepev Goyim. So Yitzchak said not necessarily, because it is, even though it starts in the mouth, it spreads to the intestines and then it becomes internal, so that's why. That's why it's allowed to be treated on Shabbos, because it is so serious. Ma'asim Manei. So the Gemara asks, what is this safdina? What kind of disease is it? Rami midibache, u'ma'asim dema mibeidare. It says if someone puts something on his gums, that blood comes between the teeth. Mimai have. What causes it? Mikri create a chite. Mechimchim the sare. Mishure kas the harsna. It's if you eat very cold wheat or very hot barley or fried fish hash that has been left overnight. My Avodah. So what was the cure? Why don't we let's let everybody know. Let's publish it in the book. Rav Acha Brei de Rava Mei Saor V'Shemen Zayis U'Melach Umar Bar Rav Ashi Amar Mishcha Davaza Begad for the Vaza. So Rav Acha Bar Rava said that it was yeast or water with yeast in it, olive oil and salt. Umar Bar Rav Ashi said that it was goose fat. That was, the oil. It was schmaltz from the goose. And she took a goose feather to apply it on the teeth. Rabbi, anav di kulvalistai, adamalia hotaya, aite kashyasa, the zaysa limalu tiltu klinhu amara chadata, dabek be dare, the hachavitaisi. So Baya said he tried both of these, it didn't work, and then an Arab merchant told him to bring pits of olives that didn't grow to a third of their full size and burn them on top of a new hoe that it's red hot and put them inside the teeth. When he did that, it cured him. It should be noted that all of these medical things in the Talmud are not necessarily that's just the best what they had at the time. Is not necessarily something that we have to follow or can learn tremendous amount from, although it's possible we could. It's a little bit of both. And sometimes there are deeper secrets hidden in what's being taught here. Rabbi Yochanan Hechavid Hachi, from Rabbi Barchan and Rabbi Yochanan, Kol Mach Shchon Shabbos in Mizrapim Mehen, Adam Chashav Shiny. Question is, how could Rabbi Yochanan say how could he go to a pagan woman for a treatment if he himself, we said Rabbi Barchan said, and in the name of this very Rabbi Yochanan, that you don't go to a pagan for any dangerous ailment? So the answer is a distinguished person is different. People, they understand this is a big rabbi, it's a famous person. If they would kill him, it would be they would face retribution. If Stam, a regular Jew, they wouldn't. Paske Lashake. But Rabbi was a very famous rabbi, very distinguished person, and he was even recognized in the Caesar's palace, and even among the Gentiles he was respected. But Yaakov Minoah, the heretic Yaakov, put a salve on his leg that was dangerous. And Rav Ami and Asi had to lick it off because otherwise he would have had his leg amputated. He did try to harm him, this Yaakov Minoah. So the Rabbi Yochanan Reifi Mumcha Hava. So the difference is the woman Rabbi Yochanan went to was an expert doctor. Shani Rabbi the Mike May B'minim B'nafshayu. It Nafshim Plishtim. So Rabbi was different. The Minim really hated Rabbi. They were willing to put themselves in danger and commit suicide. Let my soul die with the Philistines. Just like Samson brought the house down and killed himself, but killed the Philistines too. The Minim wanted the Jewish heretics, not the pagan Gentiles, but the Jewish heretics, wanted to kill Rabbi so much that they didn't care if the Romans would go back and kill them or for killing him. Amishmol hai pedatso sakantahi v'chol malas Shabbos My Susa, Mifsak Dma, Tachle Bechala, Lasuke, Girda, Diavla, the Girda Sana, Onikra Mikil Kalta. How to treat, Shmuel said, how do you treat a wound from a sword that's life-threatening, and that you could break Shabbos to treat it to save the life? So the remedy is to stop the flow of blood. He should drink cress that had been soaked in vinegar. To heal the wound, he should put on the scrapings of a certain type of grass or some other plant called the yivla. There's different discussions what the yivla is. Or take the worms that the chicken peck at in the trash heap and crush them up and put those on the wound, and that will heal the wound. To apply something not kosher on externally is not a problem. Rav Safra hai invisa parvanka de malacha de maisehi. Rav Safra said that a boil or a sword that's ulcerous, it looks like a grape, is a messenger of the angel of death. It means that it's life-threatening. Maisusa tigna beduvsha oikarpsa betilia. One answer is there's a certain type of grass, rue grass, tigna grass, and mix it up with honey, put that on the boil, or wild celery ground up and mixed with a strong wine. Ad hachi v'hachi leite invis basmina gan der ilave chivarte lechivarte fukamte leukamte. But until all those things can be gathered, you should bring a grape that looks like the boil and roll it on the boil. If it's a white boil, you put a white grape. If it's a black boil, you put a black grape. A purple boil, you put a purple grape, the same color. There is an idea like this in Eastern medicine that things that are similar are good for healing of things in the body. And we see it's already in our Chazal as well. Whether it works or not, I'm not sure, but we see that it's something that's already in the Jewish sources as well. We're gonna only be able to do the first Amud. Amarava Hai Simta Parvanka de Ishta he. Rava said an abscess, a blister filled with pus, is a messenger of fever. It indicates a fever is coming soon, or it's there already. Mai asusa. So how do you heal that? Ma chishitin cool play. Likre shesi ve'erev. V'hani miladolei chiva reishe. Chiva reishe leislan ba. So he said you should snap your fingers on it 60 times and then make an X on it to open it up and let it out. But if it has a white head, then you don't have to worry. This is only if there's no white head. But if it's a white head, there's nothing to worry about. It's not dangerous and it will heal on its own. And you don't have to lance it. Rabbi Yankov Chash Befika. Rabbi Yankov, he had hemorrhoids. Arele Rabbi Ami, Vamirla Rabbi Asi Arele, Laite Shabine, Ahala Telana. It's time for me to go into work, so we're going to learn this Amud later. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're at 28A. All right.